Hey, what's going on? Mike Kramer here. Just want to talk about why eXp Realty has been life-changing for me and all the other agents that have joined. But I'm making this video because I've noticed that a lot of people out there making videos or sharing information about eXp don't actually understand all the different nuances about the benefits and business model that eXp has. So I want to take this time to point out 9 different things that you may not know about eXp, and I'm going to break them down for you right now. And this is based on the hundreds of agents that my team leader talks to every single month and the things that they've said and ask about, and includes the misinformation as well as their concerns and why they want to join our record-breaking group. I want people to understand the unique value proposition that people get when they join under me at my team and get to share in all the resources of the upline above me, which is all of the team leaders that came before me that are at eXp and are sharing their resources with me that I then share with you. In addition to that, I have all of my resources I'm going to share with you too if you join eXp under me. If you want to find out more and talk to me one-on-one, I'd be happy to chat with you. Just schedule a call with me. I'll put a link below so you can do that. I'd be happy to have a chat with you or get you on a Zoom call where we can talk more about your concerns, your needs, and what it is you're looking for in your next brokerage. I want to make sure that you understand as much as possible all the incredible benefits that you get by joining eXp and this life-changing business model that they've come up with that's disrupting the entire industry that most people don't even understand. And of course, if you don't understand it, you're never going to be able to use it or leverage it or even be willing to try it. And you're never going to take advantage of all the amazing benefits that are offered. Now, you might be asking, hey, how life-changing could it be? I could tell you that for me, I'm just starting my journey now. One of the reasons I joined is that there's so many agents that have joined and within 2 years are hitting their goals that they made for 5 years out. And if they have a slow period from them not producing, they have agents under them, they have residual income, and they're gaining stocks and sharing in the explosive growth of this brokerage. Some people just chase after the lower fees or look for a bigger split like Real or somebody like that, but they don't understand that the money's not there. There's no capital to keep that business going. It's not sustainable. If you look at their stock, if you look at how much profit they've had, it's been pretty stagnant in the last few years, whereas eXp just keeps exponentially exploding. And the amount of money that's generated, there's enough meat on the bone for the brokerage to not only share 50% of what they bring in with their agents, but they also take the other 50% and they're investing on not only live events, but all the live trainings, all the disruptive technology that they offer. It's incredible to see how people are achieving in the #1 producing brokerage in the US, which people don't realize. They think it's just about recruiting. Sure, there's some people that are recruiting too aggressively and just sharing videos and spamming everybody with that. But if you really sit down with somebody that thoroughly understands the business model, like my team leader, we could sit down and talk about what your needs are, what you're trying to achieve. And if, let's say you produced $30 million last year in production, you want to know how to do $100 million. Well, I could get you on the phone with people that are making $100 million in production by themselves and let you know how they're doing the marketing, what areas they're targeting, where they're getting their leads and how they're growing their business and how they're running their business. And you could find out why they're at eXp, why it's so beneficial to them, their families, and all the agents that are under them if they're team leads. #1, I want to throw out there because a lot of brokerages just won't offer this and it freaks out a lot of people going, especially from a solid, secure job that they think they have with benefits over to being an independent contractor as a realtor at eXp or any other brokerage. And that's that eXp has incredible healthcare. So for an additional fee per month, depending on your needs and your family and what program you need, they offer incredible healthcare with multiple PPO and other programs you can join and look into at fantastic rates. A lot of times people will save money per month based on compared to what they were paying before, even with an employer. And you get better coverage. They're leveraging the economies of scale, the sheer number of employees well, not employees, but independent contractors they have at the brokerage. This is a fantastic benefit for any US-based agents that are looking to join a brokerage. So the reason so many agents are coming over to eXp is not only does it make the most sense financially, saving the most money from any other brokerage compared to fees and whatnot, but it's almost like you're getting paid to be here when you consider that your fees per month are only $85 US, and that gives you access to KV Core, which is normally $500 a month, one of the best CRMs out there. Also has landing pages and squeeze pages and everything else you could think of for marketing to your clients and potential clients, but also incredible benefits such as their healthcare program, where not only are you probably going to be paying less per month for the coverage, but you're going to get better coverage than you're getting right now. So number 2 is, a lot of people don't realize that eXp is the number 1 transactional brokerage in the US because they've fallen under this myth that where everyone's just trying to recruit each other and it's just some pyramid scheme, which couldn't be further from the truth. There's only something like 17% of agents even do any recruiting whatsoever. And sure, there's probably some lazy people that are out there and don't want to produce and don't even know how to really attract the agents that are just pestering everybody, trying to recruit them. And we frown upon that. It's actually banned in our team at eXp. We don't allow that. And we instead want to just share the truth about what's going on instead of all these half-truths that you're hearing, and learn about how the top producing brokerage is attracting so many agents from every brokerage around the country. This means that eXp is outselling in production huge companies such as Remax, such as Realty, such as Compass. This means more transactional volume than Sotheby's, than Coldwell Banker, than a lot of those combined. So don't believe this myth that somehow agents at eXp are only concerned with recruiting, because about 88% of agents at eXp only care about production. They're not even trying to attract other agents or recruit them. That means only 12% are working on recruiting and agent attraction. And what's wrong with getting paid for that? Chances are, if anyone else asked you at another brokerage you were at, hey, where should I join? What brokerage should I join? You would say, well, the one I'm at right now. And you maybe got $50 for that. Maybe you got $500, but that was it. You don't get a cut of all their production paid not by them, but by the company in perpetuity, and then all the people they attract under them. But you only make money if they're producing. So the number 1 incentive we all have is to make sure that we're all producing. So I made a lost count, but number 9 is just the Realty team structures that are offered at eXp that are unlike anywhere else. So there are 3 different types of team structures. You can have self-organized, standard, or mega icon. The difference of this is based on not only your structure, but your commission and your splits. Depending on which one you choose for your team, you could have reduced cap amounts based on your production. What's cool is the dynamic nature of these team structures. So as the team leader, you're bringing these teams and you can have your agents that are just absolutely crushing it go into a self-organized team and have the benefits of that, and have the other agents in a different team, and you can change those based on people's production, skill set, and growth every year on their anniversary date. And it's just really cool, the dynamics of that and how you can change it as needed to make sure that your team is producing, to incentivize them, and give everyone the best benefits they can get. Number 4 is the cap deferment program. So at our team, we always hear from a lot of agents that are coming over in droves from KW or Keller Williams that had a great model, offered additional income streams, they had a cap, an equity program. eXp is a more modern version of that same thing, where you get paid a lot more for doing the same thing. So what the cap deferment program is, if you're an experienced broker and you want to come from another brokerage and you already hit your cap, and you're thinking, well, hey, Kramer, I don't want to join eXp because I just capped at my current brokerage. Well, eXp offers this cap deferment program where, because you already capped at your other brokerage, you're proving that you're an experienced agent, you can come over and get your 100% commissions for any additional deals you got for that calendar year. So it's incredible, and it just gets rid of any, excuse or objection people might have to joining eXp or waiting to join. Because why would you want to wait anymore to take advantage of the outstanding equity deals and other revenue streams that you can get building your business at eXp instead of building someone else's business at your current brokerage? So number 5 is being licensed in multiple states. One of the cool things about being at eXp is they're an independent brokerage, and they're not like others, like Keller Williams, again, to use that example. Most other brokerages are franchise brokerages, meaning if you had joined the one brokerage locally in Illinois, let's say, and then you want to get your license in Wisconsin and in Florida because you're selling homes there, either summer cabins in Wisconsin, winter getaways in Florida. Very common for people in Illinois to get one or both of those. With the franchise model brokerages, you have to join another brokerage in each of those other states. That means you're paying your monthly fees, your desk fees, whatever other fees you have at each one of those other brokerages, including the cap splits and everything else. At eXp, being an independent cloud brokerage, you only have the one set of monthly fees no matter how many states you're licensed in. and you only have the one cap to worry about no matter how many states you're licensed in. So it's an incredible way to leverage being licensed in multiple states and saving a ton of money and being able to make a lot more money and cap faster, especially if you're selling in those multiple states. So regardless if you're licensed in 1 state, 3 state, or 35 states, you're going to pay just one set of monthly fees. You're going to have one cap to worry about at $16,000, and you're going to have one split to worry about. It's an 18-20 split until you hit your $16,000 cap, and then it's 100%. You get to keep the commission. So number 6 benefit is that the training at eXp is all done by Icon agents, and a lot of it is live. Sure, we have a lot of recorded sessions you can go back and watch incredible training on, but every week there are dozens of courses that are done live each week where you can ask questions from top producing Icon agents. Icon means you're one of the current top producing agents, and you'd have to win that Icon status year after year. So if you're being taught by an Icon agent, like most of the courses are, the live courses are at eXp, that means you're being taught from a top producer with methods that are working now, not something that worked back in the 80s or 90s. So if you become an Icon agent, all you need to do is cap and then get another 20 transactions. That's one way. Another way is just $500,000 in total GCI with a minimum of, I think it's 10 transactions. You become an Icon agent. At other brokerages, if you reach certain statuses, you just get a cool trophy that you can put in the background. Looks nice on YouTube or in your pictures, but that's it. At eXp, you reach that status, Icon status, you get your entire $16,000 cap back in company stock. So that's part of the 50% that eXp collects as a brokerage that they give back to all their agents every year. So there are 50 hours of training done at eXp, live training every week where you can ask questions live with the microphone or in the comments. They're done by Icon agents, AKA the current top producing agents at eXp. This is such a stark contrast to traditional brokerages where the top producing agents don't want to share anything with you because they're in that local area with you and they don't want to share any business with you. They only have really the one form of revenue, which is through producing and getting commissions. So they don't want to see you grow or the company grow because they don't care. That doesn't affect their top line revenue. Where at eXp, we're nationwide, we're helping each other and we're helping each other grow because we all have the opportunity to own stock in the company, to own a piece of the company. Whereas these Icon agents at eXp are teaching everybody because they're nationwide, they're in other countries often, and they're teaching techniques that they use that work anywhere in any market, and they're not in direct competition with you. And if you have the abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset, you'll realize there's plenty of business out there for all of us. And this is the mentality that is shared amongst all the agents at eXp. The number 7 benefit is the revenue share details and nuances. So again, a lot of people make this mistake of thinking that eXp is all about, you're going to have to recruit people and things, all this other nonsense about just badgering people to join. That couldn't be further from the truth. It's the number 1 producing brokerage with 88% of the agents focused only on producing and could care less about recruiting. So what you got to understand is even though it's a 7-tier system and you get compensated from partnering with other agents, this is doing the exact same thing you would be doing at any other brokerage. If when you were at Coldwell Banker or at Keller Williams and your friends saying, hey, I just got my license, what brokerage should I join? Or I'm thinking to get my license. What brokerage should I join? You're going to tell them, oh, join Keller Williams, join Coldwell Banker, join whatever, Remax. And it's going to be the same thing you're doing anywhere else because that's where you are. That's where you picked. You're going to just recommend that because that's where you're at and you don't know anything else with very little benefit. You either get $50, $500, gift card, something like that. I've heard of people getting $10 Starbucks cards for referrals, and that was it. It's so powerful of a model at eXp that there are agents that I personally know that are making over 6 figures a month for doing the exact same thing that you'd be doing at any other brokerage where you would have gotten a $10 gift card. So no matter where you're at, whether it's Sotheby's, Compass, Real, Coldwell Banker, Remax, Keller Williams, you name it, you'd be telling them, hey, my brokerage, join my brokerage. The big difference between doing that and doing the same thing at eXp that you do anywhere else is you're going to get paid potentially a heck of a lot more money doing that at eXp than at any other brokerage. And it's going to come from the company's dollar, from the brokerage's dollar. eXp takes that 50% of money they make and share it back. So it's not coming out of any agent's pocket or anyone's commission. It's coming out of the company brokerage dollar. So some of these details or nuances I was talking about with the eXp model is, for one thing, eXp is the only brokerage you could create true wealth at. Creating true wealth requires 4 things: duplication, equity, passive or residual income, and multiple streams of income. At eXp, we have all 4 of those components that you'll never find at a traditional brokerage. Something that's even more powerful that people don't realize at eXp is the revenue share is willable. That means you can literally will that revenue share to your next of kin or whatever, your spouse when you pass, and they inherit that potentially huge revenue share amount, that passive income that comes every month. The only caveat there is they'd have to get a real estate license within a year and maintain it. So you can will that to whoever you'd like, and they have that revenue stream, that revenue share that you've built, that residual income, and they get that every month pretty much forever as long as they're maintaining a real estate license. So any other brokerage, traditional franchise brokerage, if you pass away, God forbid, you're going to leave your family with whatever you have today. And that's it. Whatever you got in the bank, whatever you got, maybe some commissions pending or something, that's it. At eXp, as long as they maintain a real estate license and get one within a year of your passing, they get your revenue share in perpetuity as long as they maintain the license. And that's whoever you will your revenue share to. Now, for many of the agents that I'm learning for, my team leaders, my coaches, that could mean a 6 or 7 figure a year income that they're getting passively just for maintaining their license. So then you'd have at eXp and nowhere else, you'd have this security blanket to protect the ones that you say you love the most. And at your current brokerage or in a traditional franchise brokerage, you don't have that. And it's the whole reason we're building our wealth, our income, and work in the first place is to provide and protect for our families and our loved ones. What's also so powerful about this is it's the perfect retirement and exit strategy for realtors that you will not find at any other brokerage. That means as long as you maintain your real estate license, you could stop producing after you've built up a decent revenue share stream and just live off of that and retire and still get what could be 5, 6, 7 figures per year in residual income. You're not going to find that at any other brokerage anywhere. Let's say you start doing deals at 40 years old as a new licensed realtor, and you say you want to do it for 10 years and you build your income, you build your revenue share for 10 years and you want to retire at 50. Well, you retire at 50 and you have that money coming in. It's something I always talk about, whereas if you have enough money coming in every month, you could retire tomorrow. It's more important than having a huge nest egg that's just going to inevitably run out. What you really need is cash flow and money coming in. It's so much more important than just a giant nest egg because you don't know how much money you're going to need. So if it keeps coming, that's much better than having a pile that will inevitably run out. Not to mention, you could have both, right? You could have the pile, you could be saving, but with eXp only, you could have this residual income coming as long as you maintain an active real estate license and be getting your money and retire at 50 or whatever age and have that residual income just keep coming while you're enjoying retirement. And again, you can will that to somebody else when you pass. And as long as they maintain an active real estate license, they will get that. Now, any other traditional franchise brokerage, you're going to take the same 10 years away from your family, friends, your interests and hobbies, and you're going to bust your butt working day and night and weekends, making all this money as much as you can. And you may do very well, but then the day you leave and you say, I'm retiring, you get a thank you and a handshake, maybe a gift card and a cake. And that's it. At eXp, you get that what could be a lot of residual income as long as you maintain an active real estate license for years and years and years. And again, that's willable. So if you choose to do that at a traditional brokerage, instead of having this retirement and exit plan that you do only at eXp, you're literally better off just being an employee anywhere else and getting their retirement plan and benefiting from that. Otherwise, you leave with that handshake and a thank you, and you made that broker that you were at a ton of money, and you're left with nothing. Your income goes to zero. So if it was me, I'd pick eXp every time and have that residual income coming. As long as I maintain a real estate license, I can have that keep coming while I'm enjoying my retirement on the beach or wherever. Number 8, you can maintain your brand if you're an independent brokerage that partners with eXp, because again, you're not shifting or giving up your brokerage, you are partnering with eXp. It's extremely flexible because you're not into the franchise model with certain colors and fonts or whatever you're locked into. you can maintain all your branding, your colors, your name, everything, and you're just brokered by eXp. You're partnering with eXp, and you maintain your name and everything else that you've spent many years on branding. So number 9 is the personal branding versus the brokerage branding. So I hope you understand that personal branding is so much more important than your brokerage brand. I've never had a client ever say, or anyone I know, all the realtors I know that have been experienced for many years, never once had a client say, hey, what brokerage are you with? I really want to work with somebody from ABC Brokerage. It's all about the people and the relationships. And if you need more evidence, just look at some of the top producers in your area. I guarantee they've changed brokerages at least once. And guess what? Their clients don't care. They just move with them to the new brokerage. They don't even probably know they moved brokerages half the time. They're just calling that person. That's all they care about. So it doesn't matter if you think you're getting some prestige or something from another brokerage. It's ridiculous, and certain signs or whatever, people don't care. They're using apps half the time anyway to find the homes they want, or hopefully better yet, they're calling you up. And eXp allows that personal branding. So that's why this is another benefit I'm going to mention in this video. If you think like some other luxury brand is going to make or break your success, go to that brand, whatever it is, you can join them and find out or answer for me why every single agent at that luxury brokerage is not a top producing agent. If it's really the brokerage that does it, not the people, why aren't they all top producers? So this benefit at eXp is that eXp understands that your personal brand is more powerful and more important than the brokerage brand. And they give you the flexibility to develop and maintain that personal branding. And a bonus benefit I'm going to throw in is collaboration, because at no other brokerage have I seen the type of collaboration I've seen. So as a new agent, I've already had other eXp agents give me referrals and let me market their properties and want to get together and meet about how we can collaborate and help each other out. And I've just never seen this kind of collaboration anywhere else, not to mention, especially not in any other brokerage. And whether it's statewide, nationwide, or company-wide, which is really worldwide now, there's people offering their services, abilities, their tips, their techniques, and everything else, all for free because it's an agent-owned brokerage. We all own equity in the company or can own equity in the company, and hopefully we all will soon. You start producing, you have that opportunity, including a way to buy stock at a 10% discount. Now that essentially means you're instantly getting a 10% return on your stock. And right now things are down. So if you believe in the brokerage and you see the revenue that we get in the quarterly reports, how much it's growing, and you could check it too, it's a publicly traded company, you see how incredible they're still doing in this weird market now and will continue to do, I guarantee, next year, outselling everybody else. And their profits and income are tremendous. They're outstanding, that you know the inherent value of their stock is going to go up. Now, that's not financial advice. I can't predict any kind of future returns or anything. I'm just saying I believe in the intrinsic value of the company, regardless of the stock price. And if you do too, and you understand the power of it and whatnot, you'll know that it's a great opportunity to get in and earn equity as an agent, unlike other brokerages where you don't have that opportunity or not nearly as much, and you certainly don't get it back. And if you do, it's not on the company dollar, it's probably on your dollar or other agent's dollar. So nowhere else are you going to see an opportunity like this where you can get ownership of the fastest growing brokerage in real estate history. And this all comes back to the concept of owning your business versus renting your business. As realtors, we always talk to our clients about the benefits of owning a home versus renting a home. Why on earth would you want to rent your business from another brokerage where you're making them rich and they're getting the stock and they're making millions and you're sitting there with nothing except active income that's going to dry up someday, or God forbid you have a problem, you got to take some time off and your income just goes back to zero because you had no equity, you had no other streams of income, you had no residual income because you're not at eXp. So it's a huge difference in value proposition, but as well as opportunity and wealth creation that you just won't see at any other brokerage. So to recap, sorry if I lost count on there. There's so many benefits. I wanted to try to just focus on 9 of them. There are a ton of benefits and value added propositions for joining eXp. And I'd be happy to jump on a call with you and with my team leader who's been there for years, award-winning, record-breaking member at eXp. And we could have that conversation and talk about what your needs are, what you're looking to do, and what your specific concerns are so we can talk about them and see if it makes sense for you to join eXp. Again, the fastest growing brokerage in real estate history. So get out there and make sure that you're somewhere where you can grow and build true wealth for yourself, for your family, and enjoy that precious time that you have with your family and have more time by having multiple streams of income. So I hope you're doing that where you're at. If not, reach out to me and let's talk. With that, have a good one. Take it easy, and I'll see you later.